Alina lernt ein bisschen Englisch, aber
Happy birthday, Papa.
Happy birthday.
All the Gumpels who couldn't make it.
Everybody wished they were here.
Oh yeah, it's 7 years, I think. Yeah, you got more hair than my father had.
yeah, almost. He's got then probably wash it.
I want you to meet the
Which thing? Yeah, it is sweet already.
Our wave is real.
Hang it up there, moving stuff on the outside here.
Are you going to add music to that?
No.
Great. Time flies for you.
Well, happy birthday.
It's funny how this is all going back to Germany, but I think one of the most, I mean, there's a lot of stories I can tell you about my grandfather, but most of you already know it. We are very close. When I went over to Germany, it almost felt like that was, I don't know, we all kind of looked alike, you know? Right, when you went to Germany, it's kind of like, oh yeah, this is where I come from, you know? And to meet my grandfather's brother and wife and other brother, and walk the streets that he walked when he was young was really just a miracle. And you know, we had such a great time. How many years ago was that now? Like
20.
17, 18 years ago? 20 years ago?
Yeah.
But it feels like yesterday, and I will always remember that time that we had together.
Yay!
And even though we're a great distance, some of us have impossibly busy lives, as a lot of us do when we're a little bit younger. I've been silently jealous for such a long time that people have time to spend with this guy, and we can't, and we're family. It's kind of a crime a little bit, but you're all so lucky. But you know that already, it's obvious. That in the short hours, that you all appreciate him like family. I was working in Germany for 1 year, and I remember hearing stories about how Otto and his brothers would go and swim in the Elbe River. Well, when I was there, the Berlin Wall was still up, and everything coming down from Czechoslovakia, you could almost walk across the river.
You go swimming there all the time. You can't do that today either. They got a fence there because it's so polluted.
Yeah.
Probably polluted then, but you didn't know the difference.
Yes, we all drove out west for 3 weeks. My mother was pregnant with twins at the time in '66 or so, and it was one of the hottest years of the century, and she was due to give birth in July. So she kicked all 5 of us out of the house. So don't come back until the babies are born. So my father stuck us all in the truck, and he realized he can't drive around the country with 5 kids in the back of the Suburban by himself. So we had a co-pilot. And Otto drove with us, and we brought 2 girls with us in the neighborhood. So the truck was packed. We pulled out the seats, we put blankets in the truck, and we laid on blankets all the way out to Salt Lake City and back. And Otto drove half the time, and Dad drove half the time. And Otto was the official photographer of the trip. Well, he's quite a good photographer anyway. And he had an old treasured camera. He took pictures of everything. Well, we all thought we found fool's gold in the hills, up in the Black Hills. We all went racing to town, and Dad played along and let us go to the jewelry store. We kids thought we were rich. And Otto was just going along for the ride. And he was just, you know, he was just watching and recording all this. And just before we turned to come home to make our race home, We had 3 days before Dad had to be back at the hospital to work. We visited Clear Lake. I'll never forget the name of the lake. And there was a tributary coming off the lake, and there was a log crossing, and we would swim underwater. We could drink the water under back. And Otto was fully dressed, as always, very proper, taking photos, enjoying himself. And he decided to get a picture of us kids swimming in the water, and he climbed up on the log, and he was getting a nice photo. The log was slipperier than his shoes allowed. In the water, Otto went with all the photos from the trip, camera and all. And that, so our memories are in our head only. But they're all fond memories. It was so nice to be with him.
You remember that?
I'm here to remind you. We love you all, and we'll never forget times like that. And there were many other times too. So. Happy birthday.
The only thing I remember, sleeping in the great teatop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I had 6 blankets on me and I was still shivering.
You're supposed to put 3 on the bottom and 3 on the top.
Yeah, that's right.
And I suspect, having watched this for a while and engaged in it with Otto to some extent, I suspect that Otto has some thoughts in mind. He's out there because he wishes to be neighborly, wishes to get to know his neighbors better, and it's basically a design of his.
Adelina, who is in the back, and Ray, we would like to thank them for their hospitality, for being so gracious. But this is another testament to how wonderful Otto is, to have somebody like Adelina and Ray just say happy birthday. So thank you to the Willems and happy birthday.
So whoever wants cake, follow.
Where are you going?
There's many people that love you.
Yeah. I don't know how it happens, but it happens.
What did you do to deserve this?
You might have something to do with
I
it.
wonder sometimes, you know.
With all that butter, you shouldn't eat. All that butter, you shouldn't